Our today's topic is electrical and electronics. There is a two difference between electrical and electronics. So, what is actually electrical and what is actually electronics that I want to share with you now. So, there are some topics, there are some points that I want to discuss about, and this topics is denotes how we can differ between electrical and electronics. So what is actually electrical and what is actually electronics? These are actually two types of branches of electrical and electronic engineering. So the first point is energy transformation. So if we want to make the difference between electrical and electronics, then first point is energy transformation. So energy transformation means to convert the energy from one format to the another format. Suppose we are using electrical energy, so we can easily convert it to mechanical energy, we can convert it to heat energy or sound energy or air energy and so on. So when we use the device which can easily transfer the energy from electrical to mechanical, this is called the electrical device. So the energy transformation is only applicable for the device of electrical. So electrical deals the device or electrical deals the system where we can transfer the energy from one format to the another format. Suppose in our home we are using motor, we are using fan, or we are using the lights. So when we apply or when we supply the electrons or current to the light bulb, then this light bulb is gives us lightning. So this light is actually converted from of electric energy. So when the current is passing through the bulb, then the tungsten wire is energized and also it gives us heat and also light. So the electric energy is converted from electric energy to light and heat. And also sometimes we are using some speakers, we are using motors. So in this speaker we apply the current and this speaker give us the sound. So this is one kind of energy transformation. And when we use the motor, this motor can easily rotating when we apply the electric energy to the motor. So the motor is one kind of device or one kind of system which can transport the energy from one format to another format. So this system is called electrical. So that energy transformation is possible in electrical system, but in electronic system there is no energy transformation. Suppose we are using mobile phone, we are using amplifier, or we are using laptop. So all these electronics devices we see there is no transformation of energy. The electronics is the branches of electrical and electronic engineering where we deals with the transmitted the signal from one format to the another format, but this format is not same as the energy transformation. We just only amplify the signal or increase or decrease the amplitude of the signal in electronics. So electronics is one kind of system where we just increase the signal or where we just decrease the amplitude or magnitude of the signal, but not transfer the energy from one format to the another format. So electrical can easily transfer the energy, but electronics branches we do not transfer the energy, but we just amplify or we just decrease the energy. So first point is our one kind of difference between electrical and electronics system. The second one is used material. We know in electrical we are using the conductor, and conductor is a very good conductive material which can easily passes the current or electron through its surface. But in electronics we are using the semiconductor. In semiconductor the conductivity of this material or semiconductor material is less than the conductor. So very good conductor example is our copper. So copper or aluminum. So in this copper aluminum we just using we use this as a conductor, and conductor can easily pass the current or the electron. But in semiconductor devices or semiconductor material, we are using silicon or germanium or gallium. So those are the very popular semiconductor in electronics branches. So in these electronics branches, the silicon or germanium cannot passing the current or electron in full or 100% way. So in that time we are using the semiconductor as the electronics branch, and we are using the conductor in electrical branches. So used materials are different in electrical and electronics sector. And the third point is our current types. We know about the AC current and also DC current. So the DC current is one kind of current which cannot change its direction, which cannot change its magnitude or amplitude. And this DC current, we get this from battery connection or cell. So this DC current is applicable for operating the electronics devices. So the electronics branches we are using DC current, but in electrical branches we are using AC current, because AC current can easily change its magnitude with respect to time. And this AC current we are using for our motor operation, for our um, another AC categories material operations. Suppose in our home we are using fan, we are using lights. So this fan, lights, motors, they are using AC current, and also they transport the energy from one format to the another format. So those are the electrical devices. So the current type is two type, where AC is used in electrical sector and DC is used in electronic sector. Suppose in our mobile phone we are using the lithium battery, and this lithium battery is one kind of DC source, and our mobile is also one kind of electronics device. And also we are using the laptop, and the laptop battery is one kind of DC source, and the laptop can operate by using the DC current or DC voltage. So laptop is one kind of electronics device. So in electronics branches we are using DC current or voltage, but in electrical branches we are using AC current or voltage. Then the fourth one is power consumption. So the power consumption is one kind of absorption of power. So when we are using the AC current in our home, we are using 220 volt. So sometimes we are using 220 volt to 230 volt, or in any industry or company we are using 400 volt AC. So this 400 volt AC is applicable for operating the three-phase induction motor, the boiler machine, and so on. And 220 volt or 230 volt is used for operating the home motor or fan or light. But when we are using the mobile phone, then our mobile phone charger only required 5 volt to 12 volt to charge the mobile. And also when we operate the mobile, the battery level or voltage level of the mobile phone is only 5 volt. When we are using the clock, we use the battery, pencil battery, which is about 1.5 to 2 volt. So this 1.5 to 2 volt is DC, and 5 volt is also DC, which can operate our mobile phone. But in this time we can see there are some difference between the power. When we operate the AC machine, which is electrical machine, it requires 220 to 230 volt or 400 volts. The amount of this voltage is too much high. But when you're using the electronics device, suppose mobile phone, clock, or wall clock, then we require only 5 volt or 1.5 volt to 2 volt DC. So the power is very much low when we are using the electronics device. So in electronics device the power consumption is too much low, but in electrical device the power consumption is high. So the power which is used in electrical system, it requires the high amount of power, but in electronic system it requires only minimum level of power. Then the device sizes. So you can see in our home there are some motors, the size of the motors is so high. And also in the industry or company you can see there are some three-phase induction motor, there are some boilers, and the size of these boilers and three-phase induction motor is also high. So if you think about the lift, then the lift or elevator, this lift and elevator has a biggest size, and it can operate by using any motor. So these types of devices actually basically electrical device because it requires the AC current, and the size of the electrical device is so big. But when we are using the mobile phone or any electronics device, then the size is too much low. Suppose our mobile phone, our laptop, or our another gadget like amplifier, though their size is too much low, so the device size is different at the case of in the case of electrical and electronics. So in electrical system the device size is high, and the electronic system the device size is low. The sixth point is voltage level that I have mentioned here. The voltage level of electrical device is too much high, suppose 220 to 230 volt or 400 volt, but the voltage level of electronics device is too much low, suppose 5 volt or 1.5 to 2 volt that I mentioned before. Okay, the seventh point is safety. So as the electrical device uses the AC current, then so we can say the AC current is not good for our human body, because when the AC current is touch the human body, it can damage our cell, it can stop our heart. But when we are using DC current, there is a little chance to destroy our cell or destroy our heart. So in electronics device we are using only 5 volt or 10 volt or 1.5 volt DC, which is not harmful for our health. But in AC circuit or AC device or electrical device we are using 220 to 230 volt or 40 volt, which is a very big amount, and this AC current can damage our heart, can damage our cell. So in safety purpose, electrical device or electrical system is not safety for us, but electronic system is very safety. Suppose our mobile phone, our laptop is too safety, so safety for us, but the motor or the generator, they are not safety. Okay, the eighth point is working of the device. Working of the device means how the electrical device can work and how the electronics device can work. So in electrical device you can see there are some points. They can transfer the energy from one format to another format. Suppose we apply the electric energy on a bulb, it can easily transfer it into heat energy and light energy. If we apply the electric energy on a motor, then it can easily convert it from electric energy to mechanical energy. So working of the device is very much high in electrical circuit or electrical device, because they can work in terms of energy transformation. So energy transformation or the conversion of the energy is the main work of the device that are using in electrical sector. But in electronic sector there are some points or some work that can be done by electronics device. Suppose we just amplify the signal. Suppose we have a electronics device like op amp. This is one kind of electronics device, and this electronics device only used to amplify or making some mathematical operation of the following signal or input signal. So in electronics device, the working of the electronics device is very simple. It can easily convert the signal into higher format or lower format. It cannot change the energy format. And another point that I want to share with you, in electronics device it only work on electron, so it can control the flow of electron, it can change the direction of flow of electron. So all about the electron format or all about the work which is done by the electronics device is only indicate the flow of electrons. So if we want to control the flow of electron, if we want to increase or decrease the amount of flow of electron, then we have to use the electronics device. But in electrical device we have no chance to change the direction of flow of electron, or we have no chance to change the flow of electron. So in electronics device we just use this to control the flow of electron and also control the signal amplitude, which can be higher or which can be lower. But in electrical device we use it only for energy transformation. So those are the points which indicates the difference between electrical and electronics. So now I want to share another new thing, that is, if you are watching this video, then subscribe our YouTube channel, which is Crash School Global, and also share our video, subscribe our channel, press the bell icon so that you can get our the new video notification at any time. And also the people who are watching our video, please upload the hashtag Crash School on your social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, you can visit our official website, which is thecrashschool.com. Here, we will find the various types of topics, which is about electrical and electronics, and also another engineering sectors.